Hello guys, this is Sebastian with Trade Daily with Seb, and in today's video I'm going to explain to you guys supply and demand trading. It's another strategy that is pretty good, really good. I like it. It's pretty similar. It's really similar to pretty much support and resistance. It's really easy to identify too. You don't want to really use too big of a higher time frames though. We can see, though, obviously on 4 hour, as you see these green wicks coming up. So this is actually coming into, this is what's considered demand. This is a pretty strong demand area now. So we could probably be pushing, once we go past this area, we'll be looking for longs. But also take in mind, though, there can always be rejection. Because if we are following this trend line, this trend line, following in this channel, then we can see that price is going to come back down and maybe even retest this demand area right here. So this, you got to take that in mind. You got to see what the price action is doing to determine whether you're going to go long or short. Now, if you go along and if it's going out for you and it goes above the channel, retests the channel and pushes back up, then you're going to know, okay, we're going to go higher now. Now we can go into this imbalance zone right here, or we can be hitting this right here area is not a demand area. This is really a area that I drew that is a golden, what's considered the golden zone of the Fibonacci, which I have a lot of people say 0.618, but I always like it to keep it right in the middle between 0.5 and 0.618, and that's what I typically do. And we do have some other light blue lines are my trend lines of also potential areas of Fibonacci retracements to where price will go. And as you can see, that price did hit this Fibonacci retracement. I believe this is on the daily, if I can recall. That was on a daily chart. Yes, that was a 0.5%. This is a 0.6. Oh, this is the area of the golden zone area. Sorry guys. This is a 0.38. That is another good indication. That is also a really good area to where it says, okay, this can come to, and it can, price can come to 0.382%. 38, basically 38.2% is what that is. Price can come to here and sharply start pulling down. You can pull down, and that's because remember 38.2% of 0.382. That is a strong trend indication. If it doesn't go above it, but it taps it and it comes down, then you know that we're in a strong trend. So that means that it's going to be, if it hits it and it pulls down, and then that means we're going to be at a strong trend coming down to the downside, and probably going to retest back this area of demand, or we can be coming back to this area of demand area right here. So that's the things I drew out on the daily, so we can see we are still pushing up. Obviously, we still have about pretty much 2 hours on this chart. And one thing though is we did hit this imbalanced fair value gap right here, pushed above it and started coming down again. So we could probably maybe come back down to this demand area again, maybe, possibly. But I wouldn't aim for that demand area again yet until I see if this trend line is valid. This channel is valid. If that is the valid channel that we are in, guys, then I will be looking for shorts. Unless if price action pulls up and maybe retests back again to the trend line and shoots up, then I'll be looking for longs. It just depends, really. Or I might even be more patient and wait for price to hit this trend line. And if it comes down and shows me a red hammer candle coming down, then, or maybe even an engulfing candle, maybe possibly, I'll take a short and aim for this demand area right here, or maybe even possibly this if it really is going to show strong momentum coming to the downside. Just really depends. Another good indicator to use while you're trading anything, really, I think, is the Stochastic, if I'm saying that right, sorry if I said it wrong, or RSI. Those are really good, strong indicators to tell you that we're still in buys and sells, depending on what. Are we still in longs or shorts? That's what the Stochastic, if I'm saying that right, sorry, excuse me, I don't know how to say it. RSI. Also, another good indicator to use when you're trading. Also use VWAP. VWAP is a very strong indicator. VWAP, if you guys don't know what VWAP is, you can look it up. Sorry, that's not indicators. I don't know why it does that. Volume weighted average price is a very good too. There's also MVWAP. MVWAP, which should tell you what it really is. MVWAP. There's just different time zones. I have a different one that's pretty strong. I think so. There's a VWAP and we have an EMA 5 that I might check that out, see how that works out. But the one I'm using is a VWAP and MVWAP EMA crossover. I think we just saw that. This is pretty strong. I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is a really good indicator to me. To me, I think it is. Me personally, but everyone has their own opinion on it. Everyone has their own opinion and everything else. It's pretty strong. I like it. I do like it a lot. But besides that, typically I don't really use it too much. I should probably use it more often. I'm probably gonna adapt the 8 EMA later on, but right now I am just gonna be focusing more on my trend line analysis, my supply and demand zones, areas, and let's for sake of time, I don't want to be wasting your guys' time, but I want to just show you how I took this trade, and I actually took 100 points. So one tick on copper on one contract, if you're trading copper futures, is $12.50. So I made $1,250 on this trade, taking it from here. I literally bought it, took the short from here, and rode it all the way down to this demand area right here. And how did I identify this as a demand area? Well, I see this is the 1 hour chart. I seeing that you see all of these candles coming up. That's giving me an indication. Well, obviously I was halfway. I actually took some scalps coming up to here, so I actually made a little bit more than $12.50. But on one trade right here, I made $12.50. I was only taking small little scalps, like $75 or something, or maybe even $50. I think I can't really remember too well. My memory's not the greatest. But anyways, so how do I know? Okay, so how do I know? And also, how do I know this is demand? How did I know this is demand? Oh, sorry, I just explained that. So this is demand. Obviously, I'm seeing all these candles shooting way up. But before this even got to this point, I knew, okay, it's like, well, this is a strong telling me indication right here. From all this candle to this candle, this whole area right here is demand. And then I'm looking at here, I'm seeing downward. This 3 candles like that's a good indication. Okay, that is what's called supply. This is our supply area. And what did we do? Of course, we came up. I took the short here, probably about a little bit down, just a smidge down, and then waited and waited and waited and closed at 12.50. And I closed at like 12.50. Yeah, 12.50. And I closed at like 12.50. Actually, I think I might have closed a little bit more than 12.50. Might have been like $1,300 maybe. I missed out on this opportunity though to go long, because I knew obviously typically when you're in supply demand, once you hit a demand area, you don't want to immediately go right into like into a trade right when it hits the demand zone. You don't want to do that. You want to wait for a little bit of more of a confirmation, and in order for do that, you need to go to lower time frames too. So let's go to the 5 minute to give us an indication to where you would have taken this trade. Now you would have been okay if you did take it right here. Would have been fine. Would have gone went a little bit against you, but then once it comes back, that's when you like maybe put your stop loss right here. Now you're gonna drag your stop loss to break even. And now you're gonna let this trade work out. Let it work out. Maybe trail your stop loss. Trail your stop loss until you reach this area right here. So you would have been fine. But sometimes what's best too, just wait till like, if you want to be patient, just wait for like, don't wait for the first like, oh, it hit it immediately. Don't take the trade. Wait for like about the third candle. Like, so if you see even like, so if the third candle, like not this candle but the third one, so you hit this one, or not the second, this like either the second or third one, and you don't like, oh, I don't like this yet, and you saw this engulfing candle. This is what's called an engulfing candle, guys. Before it even reaches to this point, don't take your trade here, take it right there. And then you still would have been fine. You would have been like lost a little bit. Okay, not a big deal. Just wait till price action does its thing, and then once it goes above it, now bring it to a break-even point. Or what you can do also, what I like to do, is I wait and wait and wait. I wait. I'm a very patient person, and I wait till I wait for a retest. I typically wait for a retest. Take the retest. I do take the retest. Like when it hits the box again, I typically just take the trade. Or sometimes I do wait just a smidge, just a little bit. I wait for like probably the second candle. Like the second candle to form. And then I take the trade. But I usually wait for the retest that's always what I do when it comes to supply demand. Except for this point, I did take it really early. I'm glad I did though. And it just kept going. See, as you see, I took it here, and it did come a little bit smidge into my entry, but it still kept going and going and going and going and going. But it was good. I liked what I saw. Missed out on this area though. Missed out for this really long this long right here. This would have been another $1,250. I would have made another $1,250, but missed it out. I was not awake at the time to take that trade. Kind of a little bit bummed about it, but it is what it is. But anyways, gonna wait. But anyways, guys, that's what that is it for this video. As you guys can see, that's how I identify my supply and demands. I look at higher time frames. Like I say, we're in the 1 hour, and I would say 2 hours is probably really good too. 2 hour is pretty good. I really like 2 hour. You can see it. You can identify it pretty well here too. You would have identified it right here a little bit more. Probably though, it's more likely right there is where the demand area is at. But I like to go to like hour. Probably even 45 minutes is probably going to give you a good, 45 minutes. 45 minutes, and let's say the 30 minute is probably going to give you a pretty good indication to where this is at. Yeah, pretty decent, pretty much. So that's pretty much it, guys. Right now, we're going real sideways right now. We are probably more than likely going to probably retest back this demand area again. I think so. I think we are. Could be wrong though. I would wait till price action at the next session and see what happens. If it goes above, then I'm going to be looking for longs. If it doesn't, if it keeps coming down to here, then I'm going to be looking for shorts. But anyways, I'll keep you guys posted on these trades, on this copper trade. This is actually the second, yeah, this is actually the second time I've traded. The first time I traded, I only made like 75 bucks. Wanted to get used to it and see how it moves. It moves pretty quick. It does move pretty quick on the night session. It's really good to trade on the night session. And if you guys are looking to trade copper, I would recommend it. For sure, one thing for sure, look for that demand, those demand areas, those supply and demand zones. And also chart out your trend lines, chart out your channels. Always use channels when you're trading intraday too. It helps out a lot. It does give you a lot of information of what is going to happen. Possibly we could be following this kind of, potentially, maybe, who knows. Never know, guys. We could be looking for short. We could be coming down, but I need more. To me, I need more confirmation though. That's just my opinion. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'll keep you posted on my progress on my prop firms, progress on my Top Steps accounts. I'm almost past another 50K prop firm account on Top Step. My funding pips haven't been pretty bad at it. I need to get back on it. I need to I need to really get it together on that. It's just not really working out. The futures has been this is usually my stronghold. That's my strong thing that I trade, and I love trading. But anyways, that's how you would identify supply and demand zones. And anyways, catch you guys. I will catch you guys in the next video. Later.